This episode is brought to you by the CIA. Not that one, the other CIA, Champion Insurance Agency. Visit them at www.champinsurance.com, not .gov like the other guys. Champion Insurance handles both personal and commercial insurance with professional service and relationship building that is bar none. www.champinsurance.com.
You're listening to the Angry Algorithms podcast with Wild Bill, Justin, and Jim, the producer.
I couldn't do it.
Do what?
I couldn't do the other one that we were talking about. I couldn't do it.
The legs was too crazy.
No, I can't. All right, so no one else knows what we're talking about. So in a second here, we're having a guest. It's an honor because it's our first time interviewing someone in law enforcement, and I know that usually we're pretty critical, but I'm ecstatic, pretty geeked up, so I had a couple of ideas. That was one, or Law and Order, or 2 KRS songs, and Justin wanted to do Black Cop, and I was like, yeah, okay, maybe. And I'm like, I got off the phone and I'm like,
then you listen to Black Cop. He was talking.
No,
crazy.
I know it. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah. It's like I'm just the type of that's like, yeah, I'll say yeah. Like, oh yeah, I'm in, whatever. And then I'm like, wait, what? No, I don't think that's a good idea. And then I called Jim a little bit ago, right? I'm like, yo, dude, our friend's coming on right now. What do you think, dude? He's like, no, going Cops, dude. Going Cops.
I don't even know the other song, but just the title. I'm like, we better play it a little safe.
Okay, so the reason that I'm bringing this up is the friend in law enforcement we have mentioned him before. We just know him as AJ. I know him as AJ, Justin's cousin, but he's a little bit more than that. He's the multiple time fastest cop in the world.
Fastest cop, man.
So fucking fast that he's been ducking us for a couple of years, and we almost had to put the pressure on Uncle Al to bring him in, but we didn't have to. And I'm so glad. So we queued up the intro, so we have a little sound bite, and then
I'm waiting on some action to jump off in here. You heard what Mr. Molly said? With top flight security of the world, Craig. Shit, not just the city, the world. Been jacked by Santa Claus. Security in the world, Craig.
Oh man, fastest cop in the world.
In the whole fucking world.
Not just the city, the world, Craig.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, so to break it down for a lot of people that like myself, when Justin first said, well, first of all, obviously you're in law enforcement. You're a state trooper in New Jersey.
State trooper in New Jersey, yep.
And for people that are unfamiliar, they have the police and fire.
Yeah. So on the state side of things, they have the U.S. Police and Fire Games, and that's pretty much you can invite pretty much all first responders.
Okay.
And that's on the state side. That usually takes place every year in San Diego, out at Mesa College.
Okay.
And you pretty much get hundreds of law enforcement officers, fire, EMS, or whatever that come out and participate in different like Olympic style sports. So you got like track and field, weightlifting. They got basketball, volleyball, tennis, like everything that you would see in the Olympics and more. You know what I mean? So they have that first here on the state side, and certain states have like their own one that they do. But then you have the World Police and Fire Games, which is obviously going on a much broader spectrum.
Like a more like at the international, then it's like at the international level.
At the international level, when you get in law enforcement around, you can be like military police and everything. So from around the world, and we all come together and go
when
ahead.
when you said and more, now are there not special events on the side for people like the Joey Chestnuts of the world? Like, right? Like, we're not talking competitive eating.
Glizzy eating contest.
So check it out. Check it out. No glizzy eating, but they definitely had cornhole in there though.
And they
Are
got
you serious?
They had
Really?
cornhole there.
Dude, can you? Oh my God, no shit. Like,
You can't have a beer in your hand while you're doing it, but
white cops everywhere just rejoiced for that one. I'm sure, dude. They were like, finally, something I could do.
Yo, what about if I work for Allied Universal Security? Can I join?
Nah,
Can I
see,
sign
look,
up?
You got top flight security, and then you got law enforcement. It's a lot.
What if I was armed? What if I was armed security though? Like I got the strap on me.
Listen, just use them quarters. They call it real cop.
So, like, all right, obviously, you like for our listeners, they're familiar. They know that you guys, your family is from a track background or a track and field background. So, like, you ran track in college. You're there. So, like, lots of people in law enforcement, I'm sure, are not that familiar with something like this. I mean, most regular people I know aren't. Like,
Right.
So how do you even get approached for something like that?
So believe it or not, I've been competing in track since I was 5-6 years old, and I ran obviously for Pleasantville High School, and then I went to college at Delaware State. And after school, it was time to work. You know what I mean? And I worked in Atlantic City at the casino for a while and did all that, but I was still competing, like on a national level. I was still competing, but if you don't come out of college and get that contract with a company like Nike or start getting endorsements, then you're gonna have to go to work to like make some real money.
Yeah.
So I was still competing, but obviously I didn't get picked up by anyone like that because I can honestly say like I didn't take care of business like I was supposed to. Like I came out of high school like US top 5 in the country. Our relay was like top 5 in the country in the 4x4, and I went to college and I took on, some of the college distractions or whatever. But so,
he was on the swim team too.
So I ended up, I was still competing, but I knew that like trying to train and go to the Olympics was kind of far fetched. So I was still doing stuff on a national level, but not necessarily at that level where I was able to qualify for the Olympics. So after I joined the state police, my dad came to me in 2017. He came to me in 2017 and he's like, yo, I know we've been training. I know we've been doing these other meets. He said, but I found something for us. And I'm like, what you mean? He was like, listen, the actual Olympics might be a little far-fetched for us now. Like you working 12-hour shifts and it's kind of hard for you to train at proper times and your sleep is all over the place, but we can still train and probably do some numbers at these games. And I'm like, what you talking about, Pop? And sends me a link for the U.S. Police and Fire Games.
Yeah.
And I go and check it out, and I was still kind of fresh on the job, so I didn't even want to present nothing like that to like my higher ups or anything. Like, yo, man, I need to take some time off and go compete.
The new guy thinks he's quick, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
right? Oh, you want to run? Run your ass down there. Run your ass down there and fucking file them papers, bitch.
Exactly. So like, I didn't want to be that guy, like fresh on, like, hey, yo, can y'all sponsor me to go out here and take care of this? They like, who are you? You know what I mean? But so I waited. And in 2019, I went to my first U.S. Police and Fire Games, and I won three gold medals out there. And then that same year was the World Police and Fire Games in Chengdu, China.
Say it again.
Chengdu, China.
Chengdu. Yeah, man, I went out there. we knew it was coming. Sorry. That's why I asked you to do it again.
Oh, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I love this show, man. I know I've been taking forever to get on here.
That's all good, man.
Like
It
I
was
said, I've
supposed,
been
yo, it was supposed to happen now. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
and just like, so let me ask you this, like, all right, you were, you know, you went to college to run track, and then like you got on the swim team for a little bit or whatever, right? And like that, like what you saw what you saw then, right? Like didn't come to fruition, but it's like, you know, we can like joke about it, like that you're now the world's fastest cop, just like we joke that, you know, like I win fucking roller hockey national championships, but like,
Right, right.
yeah, but it doesn't matter. You're still the best. You're the best, whatever, in the fucking world. So,
In the
like,
world, yes, sir.
for someone like yourself, after you're like, well, I got to regroup, shift my focus. Like, do you think that was like now looking back, like a huge motivator, or something that partially, or if not more than partially, like a huge motivator
You mean
for
my
you to?
setback? Was my setback motivation?
Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely, because it was one of those things where I felt like it was like unfinished business. You know what I mean? Like you don't leave high school one of the top guys in the country and then go to college. And I made like all conference, all like NCAA regional and stuff like that on my relay.
Right.
But when it came down to like me individually as an athlete, like being a like one of the top guys D1, I didn't take that position as I should.
Yeah.
So it definitely I continued to compete because I was still chasing something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not even knowing that this whole police and fire games thing was a thing yet, but you know everything happens in the right timing. And when the police and fire thing came around, and my dad was like, "Yo, this is the Olympics, pretty much of the police and fire, and we can go out here and take care of some business."
And it's in
And
fucking San Diego, dude. The
yeah,
first one, right? Like, I mean, yeah, you're like, look. And then, like, to compound what you were saying earlier, you're like, so I got to go to ask the new boss, hey, everybody want to help sponsor me to go out to San Diego to fucking run track?
right.
Like, that's a tough sell.
Right. So I didn't push for that first year of 17, but in 19 I did. Then I
Yeah.
went to and I'm gonna put something on the table. So
Yeah.
in 19 I won the 400 hurdles out there. I actually took second to a guy from the Bahamas in the 400 when I was out there, and I got first, and we broke the world record on two of our relays on the 4x1 and on the
Yeah.
4x4 relay. So we did our numbers out there still, but I had some redemption that I had to get back in that 400 this year, and I made sure I took care of that.
Was he
in
there?
the yeah. Was he
No,
there?
he wasn't there to be honest, and I don't know if I should say this or not, but I don't even know if he was really a cop. And like, I'm gonna tell you why.
He was allied security.
Listen, look. Because you know, a lot of times in some of those like other countries and stuff, you know how we got like class one officers and stuff
Yeah,
here.
Yeah.
yeah.
There would be like school resource officers, but they don't really got to show up to work. They just doing full-time training. Like me being a track athlete, I knew who the guy was. He was on Bahamas's world team.
Oh,
That just
Oh,
won the
yeah.
world.
So they
Like, he
fucking
was a
brought in
foot-
the super
like-
ringer, dude.
yeah,
Like-
yeah,
like-
yeah, yeah.
Like prior to that, he was on the world team and was splitting like 43 on a relay.
Damn.
Yeah, like in the 400. So like when I looked and saw his name, I'm like, yo, this guy looks kind of familiar.
Yeah.
And then when I go to look him up, pops up world champion on a 4x4 for the Bahamian team. And I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have some problems.
Yeah, for reference, a 43 in the 400, if you just ran it like not on a relay, that's a world record, right?
43 something is the world record by Wade Van Niekerk. So if you run that in the open quarter, you messing around, you flirting with the world record.
Yeah, so in a relay, it's the splits be like they be a little lower than your
Because
your
you kind of
open
you get a run and start a little bit.
Yeah. So they start the clock right when you get the baton, so you already started running a little bit.
So wait. So let me understand this correctly.
Yeah.
A guy, a Bahamian runner, ran close to a world record time in a regular 400 in a relay at the World Fire Games.
No. and his like while he was running for the Bahamian team prior to him joining law enforcement,
Okay.
that's who he was. So and
Yeah.
then when he makes this transition into law enforcement, it doesn't change the fact that you are who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He
Okay.
just,
Okay. All right. I thought you
yeah.
meant he came. I thought you meant he came in under the fucking alias and was like running the time. I
No,
was like, oh, they're just
no.
stacking the cards.
Nah.
Like
Nah.
Jesus.
But
And the meat was in the Bahamas too, right? Like, what the fuck, man? That would have been nuts. Sorry.
yeah, no,
So-
man.
so-
But he didn't show up this year. But like my competition this year was this other young guy from Malaysia.
Hmm.
And
What did you end up running in the 400, the open 400 and the 400 hurdles? Because they was the two individual events you did, right?
yeah, ended up running 49 in the 4, and
Okay.
I only ended up running like 54 over the hurdles, but it didn't take much to do it. You know what I mean? I kind of put the competition away after like
Yeah.
200 meters. I kind of got busy.
Yeah, I saw that. They put you in the 8th lane too, right?
Listen, I'm gonna be 100% honest, and this is not me taking anything away from the World Police and Fire Games or the Federation itself. But I was in lane 6 and outside the entire games, like trials, finals, and it actually when I went and got my seed for the 400 hurdles, I walk up to the official. I'm like, yo, what is going on? Like,
Oh, you can't say it, but we could say it. They was fucking hating on you. They was
Yeah.
hating on you. They gave you a whack ass lane. They
Yeah.
should have gave you at least lane 4, 3, 4, 5. Like,
Bro.
come on, yo, stop giving my man whack lanes. Like, y'all was hating.
so I tell the lady outright, listen, I got the fastest seed in this 400 meter hurdle final. So like something gotta give. And she's
Yeah.
like, well, there are no seed times. It's just a final. And I'm like, well, you can go to the guys from our federation. They're gonna let you know I'm gonna win it. Like,
Yeah.
I said it to him.
Yeah.
I said it to him outright. And
You
she's
could never
like,
you could never bring me because I'd be like, it doesn't fucking matter what lane you putting him in. He's fucking winning.
Yeah.
listen,
Would have been
Like, you
talking
gotta go.
crazy.
Judge,
gotta
that's what my dad said though, right?
Yeah,
So
of
I
course.
called Pop. I
He
called
knew it
my
was
Pop
coming.
and I'm like, yo, Pop, they threw me in the outside lane again. And he's like, for real? He said, you talked to somebody about that? Because that's kind of crazy. I'm like, yeah, I just talked to the lady, man. Talked to the guy from the U.S. Federation. They talking, there's nothing you can do about it. And I'm like, yeah. You know his response? Man, well, fuck it then. Bust their ass from the outside lane.
That's all. That's all it is.
He told me
Yeah.
exactly how to. Shout out to my Pop, man, for real. I believe he's the best coach in the world, man, to be honest. Like, he's been coaching me since I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
Wow, the legend, man.
Yeah,
Uncle Wild gotta be. He gotta be in like some type of Hall of Fame, like
100%, man.
like for real for coaching, because he do the shit purely for the love of the sport.
game,
Like
for the love
he
of the game,
loves
bro.
that shit, yo. Like
Uh,
he don't want to like be rich off of it. Like he just do it for the love. Like if you love it, he gonna get you to where you want to be.
Absolutely.
Like, and that's
Uncle
all it
Al-
is. Like,
Uncle Al's
Oh, look,
first ballot Pod Squad Coaches Hall of Fame.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So I'm 34 years old now, and I'm still calling my Pop before every race. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, Pop, man, I got me in lane 8. Like, what's the approach? Where we going? He
Yeah.
said, listen, I want you to float around for the first 250. He said, because if you're gonna be able to see anybody, you ain't gonna see them until like the last 150. So I got out a little bit. I floated like down the back stretch, and I looked over my shoulder to see if anybody's there, and there wasn't really nobody there still. And 150 to go, I just took off.
Mm.
I should have just chased the record. The world record was 52:10, and I can run 52 right now. But like I said, I ain't had much of a push in that event. Like,
Yeah.
let alone not too many people try to run the hurdles in general. But you got a bunch of first responders coming out there. They're not trained to try to give it over no damn 36-inch hurdles. Like, nah.
Yeah, the 400 hurdles is arguably one of the hardest race in track. That and the 800.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You think you could have, if you wanted to run the 800, you think you could have won that too?
Oh, I
Was-
would
You
have.
would've
So this is what I say. Like, just know this, but to the world that's listening, like I was recruited to college and everything for the 800. When I said I was U.S. top 5, coming out of indoor season my senior year, that was in the 800 meter, and I just ended up transitioning more into the 400 hurdles. like in college. But I will say the 800 is a different monster. Like your nutrition gotta be like key on point.
Yeah.
You can't carry as much muscle as I would like running the 400 or even the hurdles. Like I would really have to lean out and probably lose like another maybe 5-10 pounds of muscle just to be comfortable doing it.
Damn.
But to answer your question whether I would have won, I believe, but I wasn't. So I'll say this: I wasn't necessarily training for the 8. I was training for the quarter. So I would have won the 200 though.
Yeah.
I would 100% would have won the 2. And even the guys there was like, "Yo, man, you would have blasted the 2. You probably run like 21 something in the 200s." I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." Like I could have still did that, but that 800 a different monster, man. And not to necessarily say I'm running from it, but to be in law enforcement, you walk out there looking frail, man. They might try to test you. So I need to hold on to some of my muscle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can't be out there cutting weight because you go out there, walk up to a car, or go to a call looking frail. They like, that's the one I'm gonna try right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my coach, being my dad, he even said like, "Yo," I was like, "Pop, you think I should cut the weight, get a little more leaner so I'll be faster?" He said, "No, we need to learn to run with the weight because of your job. I want you to hold on to some of that muscle." So yeah, man.
So last year you was on a hiatus because you was injured, right?
So last year I ran the games and I won even while I was injured.
Oh, for real? I don't remember that.
So I didn't go to the World Games last year.
Oh yeah, you was in San Diego. You was in San Diego.
San Diego, and while I was there in San Diego, it's crazy, believe it or not. I was there out in San Diego, and I was we were practicing baton exchanges for the 4x1, and I ended up like tweaking my hamstring before the meet even starts. But I mean, just know me as far as training wise, and I'm like, yo, I flew all the way out to San Diego. I'm still running.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna run. Hamstring tweaked, everything. I'm still gonna run. I'm gonna wrap this bad boy up.
Dragging my leg, right? Even if you had to drag your leg, like yeah.
And I still went out and
absolutely.
I won the U.S. games again, like every event that I ran.
Dude,
yeah.
What if you had to fucking this would be the craziest shit if you fucking ran with a fucking dead leg, just dragging it like fucking all the way around and still won. Then I would be like, look, man, I don't know if we should send you out here anymore.
Yeah, man. I will say, and this is the complete honesty, after competing like on a national level and now international level, but competing on a national level like collegiately and even like I was an All-American by the time I was 11 years old. Like I won nationals by the time I was 11 years old. At 9 and 10, I was the top 9 and 10-year-old sprinter in the country. So I've seen that type of status. So I'll honestly say, like on the U.S. side of things, when you go to the police and fire games, the competition isn't ridiculous. Like most of the people that I'm running against are the guys that you're probably gonna see on my relay. I'll see those guys on my relay. That'd probably be my biggest competition, and they're tough guys. Like no lie. Like so, shout out to my guys over there. But so the guys on my relay, they actually it's the LA Sheriff.
That's what I wanted to ask. So it's not necessarily your relay team. It wasn't necessarily just made up of regional guys or whatever. It's just the whole country.
So you picking the best guys pretty much out of the U.S. to go represent, and those guys were consisted of me, a guy named Brent Gray from the LA Sheriff's Department. You had guys from St. Louis PD named Keith Major, and you had another guy from Texas. From Austin, Texas PD named Keston Campbell. We ran together. We've been running together since 2019. That's also the same team that got the world record in both of those events.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So there's so you guys had some continuity going in then, like and familiarity or whatever.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, like those teams from like the Middle East, they don't play.
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi came out there to run it. India,
because they Abu Dhabi, they got money. They got some money out there to spend. Like, yo, we need y'all to bring back some. We can't get them in the real games, but shit, we gonna get them in the Cop Olympics.
And you said India, too, correct?
Yeah, India.
And that's on account of they don't have guns, so they have to chase every criminal down by foot.
With a stick and shit.
I'm be honest. It damn sure shows. Like they were out there, they was doing their thing. I ain't gonna lie, the thing that kind of activated the U.S. team when we were out there. So on day one, we go out there and we didn't.
And where
Go ahead.
was this one? Now this wasn't. This one wasn't in China. Where was this? Where was this year's?
This year's was in Winnipeg, Canada.
Oh, okay.
Ah, the
Yeah, I
pay.
think
Oh, Canada, eh?
It was in Canada this year, and we go out there, and on day one of competition, we didn't have our best guys out there yet because if we weren't going to, you know, they got this new mixed relay where they use 2 guys and 2 girls.
Oh, yeah.
4x4. So
Yeah.
they got this mixed relay, and they use 2 guys, 2 girls, and we didn't put our best guys out there, obviously, and they did terrible. But the Brazilian team won.
Yeah.
So they come to the finish line after winning this on day one. And they in there doing the bachata and the macarena and stuff at the
Fucking with
finish
the
line.
bell, cowbell and shit, and
They at the finish line like dancing and stuff. So they doing all this dancing and stuff at the finish line. I ain't gonna lie, we got heated, man. They like,
Yeah.
y'all being real disrespectful.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So we all came together at the end of the meet, and there was one guy, actually another guy from Jersey, a guy named Kurt Carter. He came up and like, listen, man, ain't no more of that Macarena shit tomorrow. He's like, we gonna go out here and we gonna take it to these jokers and every event coming up.
yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, like we did, man. We went out there and we turned it up, like we turned the heat all the way up. We were stacking every event. That guy that I'm talking about, like personally, that guy did the decathlon plus like 4 other events.
Damn.
So the decathlon is 10 events, but you get 1 medal for it, like it's one big event.
Yeah. And then
you do
total
10
score,
different
right?
events, like mixed track and field events. And
Yeah.
then he did some individuals too, like some of the crazy individuals. They did the open 400, open 200, open 400 hurdles. Like guy's nuts. Like,
Yeah, he crazy.
It's
yeah.
like, and after the games, I'm going to be on the deck of the USS Ronald Reagan eating glizzies with Joey Chestnut. You're like, what the fuck? This guy's insane.
Yeah, man.
Yo, was there any Jamaican teams out there?
No, so the crazy. Well, I'm sure it was, but at the track venue it wasn't. So
Yeah,
it
that's what I'm
was-
talking about for track. Beam was like, man, there must have not been no Jamaicans out there for AJ to rack up like this.
Hey, look. Hey, Just. It's always your own people, ain't it? Hey, Wild Bill. I don't know if you know Beans, man. That
I
joke-
do.
my-
Absolutely.
That joke has been my right hand man since we was young, but it would be one of them to say it, right?
Absolutely.
Hey, look. If they ain't hating, you ain't relevant, right?
Hey, man, it's tough when you're on top. You know what I mean? They all want to fucking title.
But you know what I say? Check it out. Even on a world class status in actual like track and field, right? If a joker don't show up to the race and so if Usain Bolt decide like I ain't going to this meet today, and somebody else go out there and win the world championship, that joker's still the world champion, whether Usain showed up or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Usain ain't show up this year, so
Yeah.
they ain't like, well, you ain't really the world champion.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll take it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know who else wasn't there though?
Oh,
Beans.
Right. He's probably
shit.
I mean, that's the 3rd time we mentioned him. He's probably gonna pop up in the comments soon, like fucking.
Nah, we gotta get Bean in the sprinter van Olympics. Niggas who drive sprinter vans
Listen,
had them
boy-
do 40-yard dashes and shit.
Listen, my boy used
Who
to be
can
at
run?
the-
Who can run to this mailbox the fastest?
Beans a 4-time Olympic champ in the metaverse, dude.
Yeah, my boy used to be at the track over the summer, walking laps with carrying his kid inside one of them carry things. And
Yeah.
let me tell you something. He'd probably do well in the Daddy Daycare Olympics, but not where I was at.
Nah, man. Bean would probably do good in the high jump. He was a good high jumper in high school, but
Yeah, he
Shit.
was 100 pounds lighter too.
not no more. It's a wrap for that. It's a wrap.
He might still have the springs though from carrying the boxes and spring to the mailboxes.
So look,
You
I'm
never know.
gonna keep it honest. Like, so Jess, I don't know if you was watching the videos, but the guy who ran third on our 4x1,
Uh-huh.
there was this guy Elijah. I ain't gonna lie, the guy carried some weight. Like he did the bench press competition and everything, so he carried some weight. He went forth to win the high jump. That big joker jumped like 6'2".
Damn.
So serious, bro. He still had, like you said, Bill. Like he still got bounce.
Yeah.
But that guy's also training. Like I don't know what Bean's doing on his off time.
Nah, he ain't training. He ain't
No.
training.
Man, that's
Bean
crazy.
ain't doing
though.
shit.
That's crazy. Try to come at the bull like that. Wow. Wow.
Oh
Man.
shit, yeah. Yo, all right. So when you win, all right, when you win this shit, right?
Mhm.
All right. The first year you won, you know, you come back to work and they all like, yeah, Laws, you won. Ah. All right, so now it's like the fourth year you doing this shit. Are they like, is the reception the same? It's like, yeah, we knew you was gonna win, motherfucker. Like, good job.
So I ain't gonna lie. One thing I can say about the organization or the agency that I'm with, they show love. Like anything that can make the outfit look good, they
Sure.
with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and shout out to they're not necessarily part of the state police, but they support us heavy. The Troopers United Foundation, like they funded pretty much my entire trip, and like paid for me to get a uniform done by my man Hive.
Oh shit.
Ah,
He probably.
just when he was showing love. There it is.
Oh, there we go.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my man Hive from Poseidon Customs made my uniform, but Troopers United Foundation is pretty much sponsored everything. And when I come back, man, I ain't gonna lie, like just my bureau itself, they always pretty much do like a bureau wide like email that they send out to everybody and let them know that like what I did. And like when anywhere I'm walking around, it's like, yo man, it's like it's laws like
Yeah.
even one of
Yeah.
the sergeants on base, like, you need to hang your medals up behind your desk, man. Like, this is huge. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They really blasted. I don't know if you saw the promo I did with NASCAR.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I saw them
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, they did it like a promo with me. So the Troopers United Foundation did a New Jersey State Police car with NASCAR.
Yeah.
And they called me and they like, yo, we want to make this like a huge promo, like speed versus speed type of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, like, so it was huge. Like, it ended up being pretty dope.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so to answer your question, man, like the love is still there, like 100%, and probably even more now because, like, when I did it before, when I went in 19, it actually wasn't like it was something that they saw, but it wasn't advertised that much. It became much bigger once they put me on Fox News. So last year, after I won the U.S. games, Fox News saw it on the state police page, and they like, yo, like this is a nice little story. Like we should dig into this a little bit more.
National Fox News.
So it was Fox New York originally.
Oh, that's what it was, 11 or 5 or whatever the fuck it was, right up there.
Yeah, it was Fox New York originally, but then Fox affiliates saw it and they wanted to facilitate it across the entire country. So I had like my boys in Cali, my boys down in Texas, like, yo, we saw you on the news, bro. Like, and so they ended up sending it across on Fox across the whole country. So yeah, like after that and everybody saw it, that's when it kind of came real big. And like even when I spoke to Troopers United this time around, they like, yo,
no problem.
Absolutely, we'll invest money into you because we know what you're gonna go out here and do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But it was good, man.
Yeah, that's love.
Yeah,
you know, and the other fucking.
I'm still here. Hold on one second.
Yeah, the other kick-ass part of it too is like, look at the 2 locations. Like, I mean, you know, on the list of, you know, top 5 places that you might want to go in your lifetime, that place in China, however we said it, Chengdang or Chengdang or whatever, and
Chengdu.
Winnipeg, Chengdu. What Chengdu? That's it. All right, and Winnipeg might not be on the list of like bucket list. You're like, oh, you know, dude, got to check out Winnipeg. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, yeah. But you're going there to do something else, and then it's like, all right, well, I'm here. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's,
you know what?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll say like, and I'm a big faith guy. Like, I don't know if y'all talk about that much on your show, but I'm a big faith guy. And it's like, I give like I'm a big prayer guy, and I never thought like after college that I would still be doing or running at this type of level.
Yeah.
And like through prayer and training and everything, like for those doors to open up for me to still be running and doing something I love and traveling around the world to do it, and they
Yeah.
paying me to do it,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, like all praises go up for real, man, because it's just like it's kind of crazy that I'm still able to do it. It's not too many guys my age that's still even training on this type of level. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Let alone working a full-time job. You know what I
Yeah.
Yeah,
mean?
man.
Like,
We consider old now, man, when it comes to
Yeah.
sports.
exactly, man. And
Oh.
they try to, as soon as they try to throw us in that category, like I'm doing everything every day, like to fight it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I do, man. I go out there. A lot of times I'm getting off work at 6 o'clock at night, and I'm getting off, and before I even go home to my family, I'm going to work straight at the. I'm going straight to the track. I got my
To
Yeah.
track
the other.
bag in the. I
Yeah.
got my
To the other
track bag
job.
in. Absolutely, got my
Yeah.
track bag in the car with me, and I'm going. I'm going right to the track to go get that work in.
Yeah.
Shit. A nigga like me, I'm going to the bar or some shit, man. Fuck that.
And look, believe it or not, it's probably a lot. It's probably a lot of law enforcement guys. That's they move when they get off. Cause
Hell yeah. Dude.
we see a
I'm
lot of
good.
crazy stuff on the job.
Yeah, I need a beer. Fuck this
I've
shit.
been running around all day. The last thing I'm doing is running laps. You know what I'm saying, brother? I'm going to get me a fucking cold one. Yeah. But yeah, that's real. And
Yeah,
it's, you know, but
it
also,
take a lot of dedication to do what you do, yo.
It
Like
and a lot of
just
fucking
on
discipline. And a
just
lot of
on being
discipline.
yeah, just being a full-time husband, dad, like full-time job, like yo, just to throw that shit in there full-time too, like yo,
Yeah.
yeah.
that shit ain't easy, man. That shit
Nah,
ain't
it ain't
easy,
easy.
yo.
It ain't easy at all. Like I'm an instructor now at the State Police Academy, and we get these young recruits that come in there, and they like, man, Trooper Laws, I can beat you, man. They all talking
Yeah.
crazy, and I ain't gonna lie, I lined it up with them jokers this class, and I had to once
You put
again
them on
I
the line? Okay,
put
get
them
on
right
the
on the
yeah.
line, and I had to these guys coming out of college, D1 athletes, stuff like that, put them right on the line, everybody on the line, and I took it right to these jokers.
Yeah.
And then I had to just silence all of that. But I tell them, I tell, listen, if this is something that y'all really plan on pursuing when y'all get out of here, y'all want to continue to run track or continue to pursue some type of sport, I'm gonna let y'all know, like, it's not an easy task.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm at the academy and I'm working there, so like my schedule is a little more like a little easier than on the road. But on the road, you pretty much working a 14-hour day because you got to be at your shift an hour early so that you can set up your troop car and everything.
Yeah.
And then a lot of time, especially your first station, is probably like an hour away from home. So you leaving, so you got to drive another hour home after that.
Yeah.
So you working like 14-hour days, and then you're trying to sneak to the track before the lights get,
Right.
before they shut it down. You know what I mean?
That
A lot
gives
of
you
times
10
I'm
hours in the rest of 10 hours in the rest of your day to try and squeeze all that in.
100%. I was only getting 6, probably no 4 or 5 sleep nights. That's what my nights were looking like, 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I'm getting back to the money the next morning.
Yeah, you're a sick dude, man. You're a sick
Yeah.
dude.
You know,
It's a special kind of psycho to lock in like that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, shit,
Yeah.
man.
I know. I'm
Can't
getting a
do it.
little tired. Oh, let me ask you this. So did you do any shit like when you like the first year you won or any years following on your return flight? You wear the medals? You bring them?
negative. I'm not
No.
that guy. Bro.
Well, not. I thought about it earlier when I was like going through the Rolodex of asking a question. I'm like, well, then maybe you like if you're traveling, maybe you don't want to do that either, being in law enforcement because you like.
Nah, because they don't necessarily see that I'm law enforcement when they see it. Like it takes for you to like really look at the medal real hard to see that it says World Police and Fire Games. So it just looks like a gold medal on my neck, and like they're like publicizing or advertising the games and stuff in like the airports and stuff like that too.
Okay.
But I mean, honestly, and other people may feel differently. I think it's kind of obnoxious to be walking around clanging and banging medals on your neck when you go in the airport. Like,
Billy does.
No, it's not. It probably is, but I can tell you, I do it.
Well, that's why your name Wild Bill.
Bro, AJ, I had the 1 year. I don't have anything that's as big. Dude, when we won Natty's, the fucking cup, the thing was fucking gigantic. It's fucking huge, right? And
I ain't gonna lie. If I had a cup, I'm probably walking through with it. But I had 4 gold medals, Bill. I ain't about to walk through clink, 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 clink.
Nah, that's different. Yeah.
I'm barely gonna make it through security.
Yo, it's the only time TSA never gave me a problem because I didn't have to go through because I walked right around. And then, but
don't say that. Don't say that on here, dog. They mean they letting people through, man.
No, they did. No,
they made up for it when they locked his ass up that one time.
They made up for it when they got me coming back from the Dominican. They yanked my ass right off the plane.
We got them.
That was Customs and Border. That wasn't TSA though. But when I have the cup, I get on the fucking plane and the fucking like I'm walking back and all the back rows of the plane had already been all filled up or whatever. And then I come on and then one guy says, what's that? And I said, it's a giant cup, right? He's like, well, no, I mean, like, what's it for? I said, I won a national championship. And he's like, oh, for what? I'm like, for hockey. And then he was like, and then the whole plane started laughing. I was like, oh my God.
I ain't gonna lie. I like that energy, man.
Yeah.
I like that energy.
And then the white Morris was like, oh, this is fucking great. Just what your fucking ego needs. Now the fucking plane is slow. Oh my God. But yeah, but to your point, it is a little obnoxious. And then to like what Justin was asking earlier, was the love still the same? Because I know that like having won a couple in the past 3 in the last 4 years or something like that, like sometimes the response from me personally wasn't quite the same, but like, or as receptive or
they love it, man. They love it up. Like I said, anything that can make, because I will say like people not really trying to get into law enforcement like that anymore. It's a rough field to be in, and we're not really getting the numbers that we used to as far as people applying. So anything that can make the outfit or the agency look good, and that could possibly bring in more people to like want to do it. They love it. You know what I mean? Anything that can like push that. Even when I did the whole thing on Fox, I pretty much dropped like a little one-liner telling that we were recruiting applicants or whatever that were trying to, anybody that wanted to apply to become a New Jersey trooper or whatever, to go online and sign on for New Jersey State Police. Like I did that whole little one-liner thing because they're looking for numbers. You know what I mean? And if I can be the face of something that's going to increase those numbers, then by all means, like I'm on board for it.
So then that's when you got real white on them. You're like, listen, guys, if anything I can do to cast the department in a fair light, I'm gonna do this. I'm your fucking guy. Look, and it just so happens that I'm fucking fast, and you're like, I'm on it. Yeah. Why not? Now, let me ask you this. Now that, I mean, it's not a mystery at this point. Like you're the guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're outside of your trooper laws or whatever, you know what I mean? You're also you're air quote one of the faces, right? Is that fair? Is that
absolutely
faces of the program? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Does that change things for you?
As far as me being a like poster boy type of thing?
Whoa, I didn't say all that. Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I only said that because that's kind of what I call it. They kind of like
that's what I mean. That's exactly what I meant. Yeah.
Does it change things for me as far as what? If anything, it's just more motivation. Like it doesn't. It has.
Talking about monetary.
No, I don't mean that way. No, I mean,
I do.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so he does, and I meant, and if he, does it change? Okay,
I'll put it like that. They don't love me that much.
No, you can't. No, because you couldn't profit off of being, because part of it would be in uniform, right? I mean,
the good thing as far as like monetary wise, I'm not coming out my pocket at all when I go to do these games.
Yeah,
and I'm not necessarily even using like I'm getting like work pay for, like it's a work day when I'm out there in Canada.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm not using vacation time.
Wow. That's all right. That's even better.
Yeah.
And what's a vacation day? What is that?
Say it again.
Vacation day? What are those? Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm just I keep my vacations stacked, and I just go
Yeah.
on these trips. And as long as I'm representing, like my sergeant says this year, he's like, "Yo, man, I ain't gonna count those as vacation days, but it's only gonna go through if you win the gold. Like if you get anything
See?
less than that, then I'm gonna tally them up."
That's called that's called pro bono. Pause. Right? So,
Nah, you ain't called me saying that.
yeah, no. So no. What? So, I mean, well, I guess like outside of the motivation part, like which you kind of already naturally have that, like being the air quote poster boy isn't going to change if the response like has been how it has been for you, right? Like meaning you go kick ass, the department is receptive, you know what I mean? Everyone's on board with you doing it. You're not you're a fucking decent human being outside of, you know, you being our friend and Justin's cousin and all that shit. You're a decent human being. So like, why wouldn't, meaning you're not ego driven, you know what I mean? Like not the shit's not to my head. Yeah, I'm the fucking poster boy. You know what I mean? So why? Yeah, I guess so. It probably wouldn't change. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, man. Like I would say, man, the New Jersey State Police is a very like family oriented type of agency, man. Like, you know, like even when you're on the road, we kind of all like eat lunch together.
Yeah.
We do like outings together with our squads, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's very, very family oriented. Even when I tore my hamstring a couple years ago, like training for the games, one of my sergeants came up to me like, "Yo, man, you need anything? Me and my wife will bring you food. I'll come mow your lawn." Like it's that type of organization. Like it's real family based. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, you guys do a bunch of stuff like with people that from the Piccalilli that we've interviewed before.
Yeah, we love Piccalilli over at unit headquarters.
Yeah, they do like once a month or something. I know I don't know if it's just with your barracks. It's changed. Yeah, it's changed now. It's changed now. That's not what he was saying earlier.
No, wait. It was beans?
Yeah.
I thought you said it was beans.
Nah, not beans, not him.
Oh, that's why I was saying all that stuff. It was beans. No, don't hit me with the champ now. I heard you were talking crazy. You said if Jamaica was there, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Yeah. All I know is I ain't seen you show up for Murph Fridays in a long time.
I fucking told you. He said his name 3 times. He's gonna pop up, dude.
You did. You called it. You called it.
Doing right under the bus.
Right under.
Fuck out of here, Bean.
Fuck out of here. I said it's going. Dude, I told you he's going to pop up in the fucking comments.
He's going to jump in there talking about some chant. He's going to type chant. He typed chant and then looked over his shoulder and said it's because Jamaica wasn't there. Please they don't let them find out.
Oh my god, it's fucking so good.
Nah, yo, when I get back to a local job, yo, I'm back in the gym, man. We getting them fucking Murph in.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Murph Friday is gonna be popping back off again.
Is that when you were working? Is that when you started working out before your wedding?
Yeah, the Murph. The Murph is. Explain to him what the Murph is, Jay.
So the Murph is it's based off of one of the I don't want to get this wrong either. The Navy SEALs.
The guy from Philly.
Yeah, from the movie Lone Survivor and all that. He ended up dying at the top of the mountain. But it was based off of his name, Murphy, and it was something that they would do like every day for a workout, and that consisted of doing a mile run. You do a mile run, you come back and do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 bodyweight squats, and then you do another mile run. So when Just was getting ready for his wedding or whatever, we would do regular workouts during the week, but we always had Murph Fridays. Every Friday we would do the Murph.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, like the first time I told them what it was, they're like, "What the hell is wrong with you? Like, what?
Yeah.
No way I'm doing 100 pull-ups, And then like all of that stuff, and then you want me to run again afterwards? Like absolutely not. You know what I mean? But we ended up before you knew it, I ain't gonna lie, Just was crushing it. And then he started bringing like Bean and Tauheed and Trell, like everybody started showing up to do this, and it was wild, man. But everybody invited, man. OTL, Obey the Laws is always open.
Yeah, I did.
Get right.
I did it. My goal was to do it in under an hour.
Yeah, your best was 40-something minutes.
Yeah, like 40-something minutes. This freak right here, he did it in like under a half hour.
Yeah.
My last
all
one
that shit.
The last one I just did recently, I forgot that part. They would do it with a 20 pound
weight.
Yeah.
And if my memory, AJ really changed my life after COVID. I went up 2 pant size. Fucking Bean. Fuck out of here. I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm telling you, after you run that mile, you do them exercises, and then you gotta run that last mile. When you step out his garage to run that second mile, it's like your body is like like it's a struggle, man. It's a struggle.
Memory serves me correct. I do remember, like, now that we're in the mode of throwing people under the bus, you were dogging it, dude. You were crying after the first two. You were like, yo, that shit ain't no.
Just would come out there.
He said, yo, man, that shit ain't no joke, bro. Said, my leg's dead. It's like,
Hey, Jim and Bill, y'all gotta come down. Y'all gotta come down one day and get some of this work. Nah,
I will happily come down and record everyone while I'm driving on the golf cart. Yeah.
I'll be sitting down and eating.
Oh, you know what? I'll come out and skate it, and I'm a little remiss now that I found out.
I could skate a mile, I think.
Yeah, I offered you almost the same as NASCAR did. I offered to skate to race you on the fucking rollerblades, and you said no, but you'll race in NASCAR. I mean, come on. You knew you were going to lose that one.
Just the question. What we racing?
Yeah.
How far?
How
far?
I don't know, dude. I don't even want to really do it, but it's a win. I mean, it's a winnable race if you raced me. Did you beat the car?
I never raced the car. It was for promotional purpose.
Oh, it was just but it didn't have you ready. They say
Yo, man. You just ask me that,
man. Oh shit. So is there a list of prospective the locations for, like, obviously the US is always in San Diego.
So I got some good news, especially for everybody that's listening, especially y'all. So the 2025 World Police and Fire Games is going to be, because it's usually every 2 years, right here in the States, Birmingham, Alabama, is going down.
Oh, okay. Apparently that facility down there is phenomenal because they had the World Games the World Inline Games hockey version was same place.
Right. And I hear, but the only part, like, I talked to some people from down the area, and they like, I'm gonna be honest, like, don't come to the track early. Like, we talking about 1:14 outside.
Yeah.
Like in the midday between the hours of like 10 and 5, we talking like 114 degrees. And I'm like, I ain't even gonna I'm gonna warm up in the race.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably hiding all the folding chairs down there anyways.
Yo, I'm done. Yeah, shout out to y'all. Listen. Yo, but listen, it's crazy. Believe it or not, it's 9:30, right? Mm-hmm. I had a client just show up. He been here since 9 o'clock, but I've been here doing this podcast with y'all.
Yeah.
I got a client here. I gotta go out. Somebody else trying to get some work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate
man,
you for coming on,
having me, man. And my bad it took so long, man. But look, I had to go get some real world status before we could have this conversation.
Yeah. And
I couldn't go up there with a silver. Like, I had a silver when I went to China. Like, I had to clear all that out.
Yeah. Second place, like your dad always say, second place is the first loser.
Yeah, if you're not first, you're last. Shout out to Ricky Bobby.
Fucking Ricky Bobby. Yeah, thanks for coming on. Appreciate you.
But all right, y'all, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Shout out Angry Algorithms. Obey the laws. You know what I'm saying?
All right, cuz.
All right,
All
talk
right,
to y'all.
guys.
All right.
That's phenomenal.
Nice.
Yeah, who'd have and who'd have thought when I'm like, yeah, man, we're interviewing the world's fastest cop today. I said, everyone knows my background, and Justin, who once sold ecstasy to undercover cops, are gonna interview law enforcement tonight.
Yeah, man.
I texted a couple people. It's like, yo, we're interviewing the world's fastest cops tonight, and they were like, "What? What do you really?" I said, "Yeah, man. Buckle up."
We know him. That's
Buckle up,
fam.
that's right.
Yeah,
That's family. Shit.
yeah. So we got some time we can kill. Want to jump into our stuff now that we don't have the cop here?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Let's do OJ back in the
Excellent.
news.
Excellent.
You got the clip? Can you play the clip?
Yeah, let me pull a clip up here real quick.
All right, so
Yeah.
he's so he Henry Ruggs, he was a wide receiver for the Raiders. He was drunk driving a couple years ago, and he accidentally killed somebody. The person
Woman and her dog, right?
Yeah, the woman and her dog, but he hit the lady and she was stuck like in the car and she burned alive.
Oh,
And he just got sentenced to 3 to 10 years.
Yes.
In prison. And OJ he has some thoughts on the matter.
Hey, X-World, it's me, yours truly. Now, I know I went to college on a football scholarship, but somehow this math is not adding up to me. You're driving a car at roughly 160 miles an hour on a public street and end up killing a girl and her dog, and you get 3 to 10 years. You go to a hotel room that you're invited to retrieve your own personal stolen property I now have because it was ruled to be mine by the state of California. And you get 9 to 33 years.
Ooh.
Same courthouse, same city, same state. I don't know. Somehow it just does not add up to me. I'm just saying.
Yo, the juice is loose. Yo, I ain't even watched the clip till just now, yo. OJ a nut, yo. Yeah, OJ like, yo, how this nigga get 3 to 10? He killed the lady and her dog, and I get fucking 9 to 33 for some fucking cleats. The fuck?
Yo, and this segues kind of into the other thing you and I were talking about the other day, and the same thing, like fucking Tory Lanez shoots Meg Thee Stallion in the fucking toe, and he gets fucking 10.
Yeah.
So I said, and this is what I said. I said, it is so crazy in California. It is almost lawless. You can pretty much do anything up to and including breaking in to the Speaker of the House's house and fucking her husband.
And hit him. What did he hit him with? What did he hit him in the head with something, right?
David
a hammer.
hit him with a fucking hammer. And I bet you David DePepe gets less time than fucking
Tory.
Shout out to David DePepe.
Shout out to David. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Yo, Tory, people, you hit me. My wife was like, everybody's asking me, what do I feel about Tory Lanez getting 10 years? I'm like, he got what he deserved.
Yeah.
Like he does. If no matter if I feel like he did that shit or not, because allegedly they think that he really didn't do it. Like they think that the girl Meg's ex best friend did the shit.
Yeah.
But they blame Tory. But I'm like, yo, this would have never happened if all he would have did was stayed at Kylie Jenner's house and fucked her. That's all he had to do. All he had to do. You tell me, look.
That's the real crime here.
That's the real crime. That's the real crime. He left Kylie Jenner's house, who was all up on him and was feeling him, about to give him some pussy.
Well, you're not gonna bust a nut.
He left to go argue with Meg Thee Stallion.
Right.
Come on, man. Who he already hit. He was already hitting Meg. Like, yo, you up. You got he was super popping at the time. He had the quarantine radio. It was like he had like 500,000 people coming into his live every time he got on Instagram Live. So that's why he was over at Kylie Jenner's house, because she was dick riding too, clout chasing,
griff riding.
Yeah, griff riding. So, and then he left, and then that's when all hell broke loose, man.
But outside of all of the mitigating bullshit factors of all of these different cases, ultimately it comes down to there's some serious sentencing disparities going on. And you can't say all over, these are all generally in California, right? Most of those are all California.
I mean, the OJ one was in Vegas. That was in Vegas.
Well, the Rob, no.
Or Florida. Wasn't that Florida? Was that Vegas? Or that was Florida, right? No, he said same courthouse. So it was Vegas.
Yeah,
same courthouse. It was Vegas. But
but I mean, he's the last one who should be talking about that. Motherfucker got away with murder.
Yeah, you got away with murder. That's the funniest shit about all this.
And that's what I was saying to Billy before we came on today. He's trolling at this point. Like, he's so fucking trolling. You could tell by his fucking grin and his smile when he starts these little rants. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna go troll now.
I'm gonna get super racist here. A black guy killed a Jew in LA and got away with it. Like, you need to just just ride off, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like, I mean, fuck. But then again, I stand corrected. He also, he did say he's not black. He's OJ. So I guess I stand corrected.
Yeah, man.
I stand corrected.
Shout out to OJ, man. Yeah, he don't give a fuck, yo. Fuck it, yo. He don't give a fuck, yo. He just in his own world, playing golf every day, like he old as shit. He like fuck it.
Yeah. Oh, and you heard him say in the intro, "Hello, X world." Like,
hello, X. Yeah, they changed Twitter. There's X now. He's like, hey, X world. Yeah, right on brand. And it's like he's auditioning. Like, like it's still hope out there for somebody to sign him and put him on.
The part that makes it so condescending is the white guy chuckle at the end. Shut the fuck up. Like he just read a goddamn news prompter or something, right? He's like, 48 children are dead. They burned alive today. And he's like, now look at this puppy video. I'm just saying.
He starts his videos and ends his videos the same way. Hello, X world. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He a nut, yo.
Yeah, fuck him. He's
I'm just saying.
I gotta pull that one. That's a good fucking try.
So you got a new soundbite.
Oh man.
Yeah, you can wrap us up. I'll be buzzing tomorrow. Yeah, but in all honesty, what a fucking life has unexpected turns for OJ and for even us here. Honestly, if you'd have asked me, like if you'd have asked years and years ago, the paradigm has completely shifted. usually cops interviewed me in the
Right.
past. You know what I mean? Now,
This
now
is the first.
This is the first time I've ever conducted an interview with law enforcement. So yeah, shit's crazy. You never know. Unfortunately, we're out of time, and there was a lot of other shit that, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't necessarily matter that we really didn't get to. Like Lil Tay is still alive. The Alabama ferry boat stuff. Shout out to them. And whatever else
matters.
None of it really matters because we're all just trying to cross over the ethereal plane. We'll get into that next week too.
Mm-hmm.
So, before we go, remember our convenience store owner from last week?
Yeah, they're pressing charges.
That beat the guy with the stick.
Yeah.
So there's a video out after that happened. Let me share, and apparently the guy asked him if he could have a soda.
Yeah, bro. He owe you a lot of money? A lot of money? Do he owe you a lot of money? He owe you a lot of money? Let him go. Please let him go. Come on. I can't walk. No, you can. Let's go. You better walk tonight. You better walk tonight. Better walk tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Don't come back here no more. Okay? Don't do that, okay? They shoot you. Bro, can I get a soda? You telling me and you do this shit. You want to stop. No. Get the fuck out, man.
Yo.
Hey. Just be cool, man.
I thought that was fucking hilarious.
That's fucking that's Ezel on Friday.
Yeah,
that's Ezel. Perfect. Like he's like, let me. He said, "I'm gonna sue y'all for $150,000." He said, "We can settle this out of court right now for $40."
I saw somewhere that they were thinking they may have were considering pressing charges against the store owners or some shit.
Oh, really?
That nigga ain't pressing nothing, nigga. But
the state.
Oh, the state.
Yeah,
I hope not.
They would be. I think they would be, completely missing the mark if they did that. But then again, that also wouldn't.
It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. It's like because if they do, it's like you just promoting, like telling people, go ahead, rob the fucking store. They can't do shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And one last thing. We have the slap fighting craze that was going on with Dana White. Well, now there is and this is right up Justin's alley. This is a booty slapping league.
Oh yeah.
You seen this?
Yeah. I saw that. I was looking on StubHub for tickets. Hey, watch. Wait till they go to slow mo. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful.
I mean,
I asked my wife for tickets for my birthday, man. I said we gotta go.
Yeah.
My new favorite sport.
Not even in English, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, you don't need to hear anything they're saying.
1, 2, 3.
What's up, Alexandra?
Alexandra.
Yeah, just great form on that one.
Okay.
Let's see.
Well, gentlemen, I think I found our next venture. We need to be the voices of this league, dude.
Yeah.
Where they at? In Russia?
It says Vegas. I don't know.
It says Vegas, but whatever. I mean, if that's what if they threw the big bag, yeah. Sorry, we're going to St. Petersburg for a little bit, boys.
Yeah.
Might have to look into this.
Just sponsor the trip.
Moscovich.
Yeah. Take me to Moscovich.
Wild Billovich.
All right, that's all I got.
All right, I'm good. Shout out to you. Shout out to Uncle Al, and shout out to AJ for coming on.
Yeah, thanks, AJ.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Great episode. We'll
obey the laws.
Yeah, we'll see everyone next week. And